Hello everybody, welcome back by a new video, and it's time for the 600 subscriber special. So thanks for the 600 subscribers, it means a lot to me, it keeps me motivated to make more videos. So thanks for that. And I made a list of my top 10 fixtures which I'm going to share with you guys. And it's time to start with number 10. Number 10 is the Philips XRK with low pressure sodium 35 watt, 55 or 18, doesn't really matter. I like the interesting design of this fixture. The bowl is pretty unusual and it also looks quite interesting at night. And I have it in my collection, here it is, with low pressure sodium 35 or 18 watts. At number 9 we have the Philips SLP 264, which is a pretty rare fixture. I like how big and old looking this fixture is, especially with the weird bowl and cool design and how big it is. It's pretty hard to find, and that's the reason why I don't have it in my collection. I only know one street or two where these fixtures still exist, but that's on the other side of the country, so the chance is pretty small that I'll ever get one. But as I said, this fixture is extremely big and it saves a lot of space to not have it in the collection. At number 8 we have the Philips HPP 10 with circular fluorescent, and the other version of this fixture is a bit higher in the list, but I also like this version and they are different enough to put in different spots. So I like the design, and I especially like the clear bowl with the circular fluorescent. It makes it look like a UFO, especially since these have a brown color and you don't really see them on a pole. The only thing you will see at this fixture is like a round fluorescent, which looks pretty cool. And I also grew up with these fixtures, so enough reason for it to be in this list. And at number 7 we have the Philips SRD, which is a extremely rare fixture, and I was pretty lucky that the last existing fixtures of these were in my city, and it was hard, but I got 2 of them. I gave one of them to the other guy from this channel, and I saved one for myself, and I'm pretty happy to have it. I like the fact that it has 2 times 55 watt low pressure sodium instead of one big bulb, and also how old these fixtures are looking. It's pretty simple, but it's still interesting. And also it's pretty big, which makes it a bit more spectacular. And also this is maybe one of the oldest fixture I have in my collection, because it's from 1960. At number 6 we have the Philips TB200, which also is a classic Dutch fixture. I like the fact that it is mercury vapor and that it has that yellow thing around, which makes it look pretty original, and also it looks pretty cool at night. I have 2 of them. One is in another city, in another garden, and it doesn't have the right bowl, because the things lose that yellow thing very easily, and this one has a big scratch, but still very nice to have, and I hope that I can get a proper one day. But I'm still very happy with this one. At number 5 we have the Philips SRP 164 with 2 times Sonti 250 watts. Yeah, this is a pretty big and heavy fixture, and it looks pretty cool when it's on the street, but it's a bit annoying in the collection because it's so heavy, hard to move, and it's so big. I actually took the bowl of this fixture, but I still have the bowl somewhere else. But yeah, at the same time I like the size and I really like the design of this fixture and how big it is. It's just how an old fixture looks from the 1970s. Also, one little cool detail is the Philips logo on the back, which looks pretty old and interesting since it's basically printed in the metal. At number 4 we have the Schreder TZP, which is a fixture I grew up with, since it's a fixture that, at least with PLL, only exists in the city where I lived previously. I quite like the design of these, and especially the fact that there are 2 PLL bulbs inside of this fixture instead of just one normal one. If it had one normal one, it wouldn't probably be on this list. The design does have a lot of flaws, but that's not really something that is annoying in the collection. But especially the reason that I grew up with these is why it places so high. It's also just nice and preheat, so that's pretty cool. And it also exists with 2 times low pressure sodium, which is also a reason why it places so high, but I don't have that one in my collection. There's probably a chance that I'll ever get one of those. At number 3 we have a fixture from Industria that actually doesn't really have a clear name. No one really knows the exact name, but it's probably called Industria Rotterdammer or 1501 or 5002. I don't know why this name is so unknown, but yeah, let's talk about why it's on this list. So I first think that the design with how old these fixtures look is pretty cool, and also the 3 different bowls you can get for this fixture. You can get a clear one, you can get a white one, you can get a yellow one. I prefer the ones with yellow because it makes the mercury vapor sort of look green. It's pretty weird color, and also the design is pretty cool. The fact that it is from copper instead of iron or plastic or whatever they use for it. Also, the age of these fixtures is pretty incredible. They can be from before the Second World War, from 1950, 40 and maybe even 1930. At least the older versions of these are. And also what's interesting about it, that it is actually a fixture that has the ballast inside, which is a pretty rare thing from around that time. And I actually have 4 of them in the collection, but they are all outside in the garden. I have 3 with a white bowl and 1 with a clear bowl. And at number 2 we have the Philips SRM with 2 times low pressure sodium 55 watt, which of course is the big version. So as you can see, I have 2 in the collection, this one and this one. And they are pretty big, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. Also the design, that they look so old, and especially the fact that it has 2 times low pressure sodium 55 watts. And again, I grew up with these fixtures. And saying that I grew up with all these old fixtures makes me look old, but I'm not. I don't know. I always preferred the old fixtures when I was younger. But yeah, I think these look pretty cool, especially at night with the 2 times 55 watts, and most of them only have 1 bulb working, which makes it look weird. But yeah, glad to have 2 of these in the collection, and they weren't really that hard to get. They aren't that rare, even though they are pretty old, also from around 1960. So it's time for some honorable mentions, which are the Schreder GSO, definitely interesting fixture, the Philips Iridium, and then the 3rd generation, which is my favorite LED fixture. And as as last one, the Industria 86608, which will probably be number 11, because let's be honest, these things look pretty cool. I almost said it before, but at number 1 is the Philips HPP10 with the mercury vapor version, which originally is a white fixture, but all of these fixtures became yellow over the years, and because of the yellow ball, and when it's turned on it has like a sort of weird green look, as you were able to see on the picture, and that makes this fixture look extremely original and weird, and it ain't a color that's like a normal color, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but... And I have 2 of these in the collection. This is the newer version and this is the older version, and I hope that I will get more of these soon. But yeah, it's just pretty hard to explain why I like these fixtures so much. They have a pretty cool vibe to them, I guess, and that's the reason why I like these fixtures the most. And also the fact that I grew up with these makes it place extremely high. And these fixtures are actually the reason why I started being interested in streetlights. So you can say that like the light of these fixtures has had a pretty big impact and I really like it. So that was my top 10 fixtures of all time, and let me know which fixture is your favorite, and thanks for watching.